Other interesting business news, you have Honda to adopt the Tesla plug. Unfortunately, Honda is making EVs instead of, if it up to me, it'd be all three pedals. It'd be the good old Civic with the two doors. I can't believe they killed the two-door model of the Civic. Personally, I love my little green Honda Civic SI with the stick shift, but I know some people want the four doors. It's a little bit more practical given some people's living situations, and they still do make the Civic Type R, exclusively in a stick shift. So I do admire, and they are dedicated to the stick shift. They've done some great things. So overall, I still like Honda. And again, the best technology on the planet in terms of getting an inline four engine. It lasts you a quarter of a century and a million miles. My family still uses a 2001 Honda Accord. Things are bulletproof. And yes, it is just the automatic, unfortunately, with an inline four, but nevertheless, bulletproof. Will EVs be like that? No. Not with the current technology. Maybe someday, but that's why one of the many reasons I don't own an EV currently. Also, they're preposterously expensive. And the best ROI is just to drive what you have into the ground. But nevertheless, it looks like they're going to be adopting it, so their new Honda EVs will be starting to have that plug standardized built into the little cars by 2025. So, not too far away, just around the corner. And in terms of a safe bet, pretty much every other company has jumped on the bandwagon when it comes to the Tesla plugs. You've got Ford, GM, Rivian, Volvo, Polestar, which is owned by Volvo. You have Nissan, Mercedes-Benz, and then Fisker. They've all chosen Tesla. Yet another good example of Elon being a very prudent businessman and kind of seeing more to the future than others. He built out that charging infrastructure, and it's going to be paying out in dividends for decades. Yet another reason in hindsight, of course, investing is always 20/20 with the hindsight. Gosh, should have got that Tesla stock. But nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see how the adoption goes. Now, it looks like before its adopt of the NACS, Honda actually jumped on a joint venture with BMW, GM, Hyundai, and Kia, Mercedes-Benz, and Stellantis to build out a nationwide EV charging network. And they say DC fast chargers that aren't built by Tesla were found to be largely unreliable. You have reliability issues when you have GM, Stellantis, Chrysler, and BMW, and who would have thought? Again, a lot of these companies have their core competencies. GM makes a great V8. Some people in the comments seem to think I have a pejorative feeling about GM because of the strike. I think they make one of the best V8s, bar none. They used to make one of the best sports cars, the Camaro and the Corvette, until they bastardized the Corvette with only having two pedals. And the Camaro, they killed it. It's not going to be a four-door EV sedan or a crossover. The rumor is still out, but the traditional Camaro that you and I love and know with the V8 and the stick shift and two doors, they decided to kill that because it's just too darn profitable, perhaps. But yeah, not too surprising to jump down the bandwagon in terms of the EV adoption, the network. I do hope Honda keeps their diversified product line where they actually have, not just all EV, but they keep the hybrids as well as, more importantly, the ICE engines that last, a quarter century. But in terms of a sure bet, if you're going EV, it makes sense to do the Tesla plug. They already have the charging network and the chargers work. Unless you're, get a used Tesla you're on, get blacklisted because you try to fix it yourself. But another topic for another time, perhaps. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. I know it's ambitious, but trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of September, I think we could do it together. Don't forget to take the time to comment and like the video. I really appreciate the feedback, whether it's making my speech or trying to make my speech slow down a little bit, try to be a little bit more articulate in the videos. Thanks to you, I was able to bring that more to my attention, put it on my list of things that I'm trying to improve on, or whether it's giving me feedback, whether it comes to the UAW issue, or maybe it's political stats, or maybe just your experience in certain business segments. More data, the better. I'd love to hear your experiences, and I could bring them up next time we talk about them on the show. So don't forget to leave the comments. I greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to tell your friends, tell your families, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.